Hey guys, today we're out here working on the Range Rover. This is my 2007 Range Rover Sport. And forever we've had a tire up on the top of the roof rack here. And I've noticed, coming around corners, lean angles, stuff like that, you can feel it. I've decided I wanted to do a rear tire carrier off the back. The only problem is finding one for one of these is very tough because a lot of people don't wheel these things. So I went online, went to Amazon. We're gonna give this a try. I bought one of these. This is a hitch receiver spare tire carrier. Now, got my hitch down here. I've actually got this adapter as well that I picked up. Okay, so it steps it up. That way I don't lose my hitch receiver, but I can still carry the tire. So of course this will go into this. Now, should be interesting how this turns out. Replacing the tire up top, I did get some plastic traction boards, which are in this bag, which we will show you guys later. And right now I'm painting the spare tire, and we're gonna put this on and see what happens. So I will say, for an Amazon purchase, this thing is extremely well done. The coating on this, as far as like powder coating and paint, looks amazing compared to the spare tire carrier, which I'm probably gonna throw a coat of paint on here and make it look more like this. But I am impressed with this, and it was only like 30 bucks. So right now, here's what we're running into, guys. I need to go, okay, got 1, you got 2, and 3. So first things first, these holes are too small for the new pin that I bought, which I may drill these out. But more importantly, this is where the plastic shroud would go, right here, okay? This is a retrieval hook, and then of course the trailer wiring. But I want this to be able to go to the 3rd hole, which we are currently falling quite a bit short. It's not even coming up, even the half moon of it. So I'm gonna end up hacking off the end of this. So we're gonna cut it. This is way too long. That'll bring, of course, the tire back towards the tailgate a little bit more and should balance it out pretty well. I'm gonna grab the Sawzall. Good thing I got a new metal blade on it last time. And we're gonna go at this. There goes nothing. All right, so we got our end cut off right here, and as you can see, there's still quite a bit left on that. So this will allow it. Now we can go all the way to that hole. We put this screw back in here, this bolt. Okay, we shut the tailgate down. Whoops. And that is why we test things, folks. So, okay. Looks like this is closer to the tailgate like I want it. Now, here's the benefit of this. We have this pin here, okay, as you can see. It's in there pretty tight. What this allows us to basically do is grab a pair of pliers. We'll pluck this out of here, okay? There will be a spare tire here. Your tailgate's up, okay? You take this pin, pull it out. This will then pivot down, which will set on the other bolt that's here, so your tire would be down. Then you shut your tailgate, no hitting it, like so. Allows you to get into your hatch. When you're done, you close your tailgate, take your tire, push it back up, put your pin back in, and good to go. Now this looks weird right now, but you got to remember the wheel that's going on here is basically a 30-inch, and right here in the middle, that would be where you start half of your wheel. So you got 15 inches up, 15 inches down. Now overall I measured this, it's 30.5 tall. Put the wheel on there, the wheel's 30 inches. So we know that we have 15 inches up, and then I measured off of that, and it'll be about 10 inches taller, putting our tire about here, which is about correct height. I can still see out, it doesn't look ridiculous, and because it's going to set at an angle, it's not going to stick out ridiculously, and it'll actually look like there's not much of a gap there. So far this fits. I'm going to end up drilling out the hole on there so I can fit my new pin through, and we're going to go paint this. Okay, this part I'm going to do off of the truck. We have to drill these larger down here. Let me find something to set this up on, and we'll get to drilling. Perks of going to police auctions. You have plenty of clip to drill on, like the center console. So I can set this down and get at it without tearing this up. Didn't take a whole lot of work here. Of course the pin fell out, but pin would go here instead, bolt would go here to stop that. A little rickety, but I have one of those hitch bolts from when I bought the step, which we actually repainted, and I will tighten that main one up for sure. This top one, it can have a little bit of play. These bolts aren't tight yet, so won't hurt anything. Let's get a coat of paint on this, figure out how to mount this tire. Alright, so it's painted. You can see much better match now after the paint. Got the pin in, painted these so it doesn't look as bad, helps with the rust. Let's go get the tire and put it on here. So my bolt setup, though I don't love it, what we did was we got these 1/2 inch by 3 inch bolts with these washers that seat perfectly into the rim. And what we're going to use for fasteners, I'll show you guys. Set this back up. Alright, for fasteners, on one of them, which is going to be the top one, it's the least weight bearing, of course. We have small washer, 1/2 inch hole, bigger washer, okay. The reason I needed these washers was the back side of that seems like flimsy steel, and I don't want that to collapse and pull out, drop my wheel on the road and hit somebody. So these will give it enough surface area, should split the weight. Got the nut that goes on there, 1/2 inch nut. And then on the other two, I didn't have another washer this size because I didn't realize I'd need it until I got back. So what I ended up doing, I got more of these while I was there. I got 3. And I have these nuts in the garage like this. They're lock nuts. They're just bigger, but when you put it over the washer It gives it some surface area, and this nut can go on the back here without falling through. And so it should work. So I'm gonna test fit these on here, and if they work, I'm gonna tighten them up. This is how they fasten on the back. So, should give enough surface area. They're 3/4 inch right here. So, I'm gonna grab another 3/4 inch socket, if I can find one, put it on the outside there, hold it on the back, tighten them up. Looks like it's a little further towards the driver's side, so it's going to be trial and error tightening. So tightening these up until I get it right where I want it. Probably going to have to close the tailgate for this because of the fact that it's just going to be a pain in the ass if I can't visualize it. Let me see. Okay, so looks pretty straight. I think what I'm running into is the Range Rover wheel that I'm using is a 6-spoke, not a 5-spoke. So the bolt pattern isn't centralized with any lug on any specific spoke, and I think it's throwing me off looking at it because it's just kind of messing with my head visually. But it's on there, and looks pretty good. Now what we're going to do is, of course, we'll go get the step, put that back on. I will torque these down, probably with the impact, and we'll see how it looks when it's all done. Alright, last piece of the puzzle, of course, the hitch step slash recovery point. I thought this was one of the coolest things I ever bought for this. But this will allow me to put it underneath here. I don't know how accessible it'll be, but at least I'll have it. And we do have a stabilizer coming later that I just ordered because, as you can see, it moves quite a bit. So we're going to stabilize that tonight, and I got a top cover coming. Bed for less than $150 worth of stuff. Even then, I had an Amazon gift card from a refund that I did when they sent me a Porsche Cayenne air compressor instead of the compressor for this one. So I used that money, put it towards this. Overall, my cost was, with the pins and everything that I had to buy at Home Depot, probably about 60 bucks. And turned out pretty great, as you can see. Looks good on there. Put the tire cover on so nobody knows that it's a baby tire. Looks decorative. But those will be here later tonight, and if they get here in time, of course, I will add them into this video and the installs on those too. So stay tuned. The Amazon tire cover and hitch stabilizer did not show up this evening. I'm assuming it's holiday shipping delays from Amazon. They said today it would arrive. Now they're showing that they won't get here till Wednesday. But what I'll probably end up doing is a separate video on those, as well as the traction boards, and possibly one or two other accessories, and we'll just condense them into one. But I hope you guys liked this video. Of course, like, follow, subscribe on either Instagram at OneSickVic or here on YouTube now. So you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys soon.